Uh, Good morning, friends. This is the first lecture of that is semester first. That is Indian remote sensing satellite, which is mostly launched by Indian Space Research Organization. Here we can see the satellite which is launched by Indian government. Okay, you can see the one by one. That is the introductory department. What is meant by remote sensing satellite, and which type of sensor, and which type of different bands which is used for the launching that particular remote sensing satellite. Okay, the remote sensing satellite means it having in the globe now how the remote sensing satellite, that is the programs for land resource survey, environmental impact assessment, weather forecasting, and ocean science studies. It means the use of that particular satellite in the form of your assessment in weather forecasting, ocean science, then landslide program and land resource survey. This is the in Landsat program, the launched by the US in 1960 and 1970. In India, it is launched by 1979 June 1979 in the form of Bhaskar 1 and Bhaskar 2. Let's see the one by one the introductory part of the this. Okay, in France, that is known as the Spot series of satellite. That is this series of satellite launching in France, that is known as Spot. Japan has launched the series of satellite which is known as Marine Observation Satellite, that is the MOS 1 on 19th 1987. Then RadarSat, that is the Canada first ISRO satellite launched in 1919. Then European Space Agency ESA, that is launched ERS, that is ERS 1 in 1999, and in India, that is the Bhaskar 1 June 1979 and Bhaskar 2 the November 1980. That is the Indian experimental satellite. You have to just remember the Indian remote sensing satellite, that is the IRS Bhaskar 1 and Bhaskar 2. We have seen the one by one another type of series, that is the insert series of satellite, that is the multi-purpose geostationary satellite program have many sensors, that is the very high resolution radiometer, VHRN and data collection system. Okay, then first we see the introductory part, that is the what is meant by satellite: an object which have been placed into orbit by human endeavor, also known as artificial satellite. Then you know the basic of remote sensing. Then what is meant by Indian remote sensing satellite? It is the series of satellite. I have already told you it is the series of satellite. For example, 1A, 1R. That is the depending on that particular use. Okay, the scientists have their name depending on that particular use. This is the series of satellite built and launched maintained by Indian Space Research Organization. Okay, this is the basic. Then principal components of satellite. You know the with the help of without uh, any antenna system or power package we can't build satellite. Okay, this is the basic of that principal component of satellite, that is transponder and antenna system, power package, control and information system, and Docker thruster system. Here you can see the different system, that is the antenna, then communication antenna, solar panel, then battery, then rocket fuel, maintain rocket motor. These are the that is the one of the ideal photo of that particular satellite. Okay, then Indian imaging capability. You can see 1 kilometer to 1 meter on spatial resolution, 20 days to every 30 minutes respectively, and 1 meter scale to cardiac level. Here you can see the ideal position of that is the imaging capability of Indian remote sensing, that is the IRS. We can see the one by one. Okay, first we see the basic, that is the orbit. Which type of orbit is used? That is the geostationary satellite. If a satellite follows an orbit parallel to the equator, here you can see the figure, that is the direction of the earth rotation. You can see with the same, but that is the earth rotation period 24 hours. 24 hours. Here you can see this is the satellite which can rotate the, that is it 24 hours. Here you can rotate this, after 24 you can come again here. That is the geostationary satellite, that is time period is 24 hours. The satellite will appear stationary with respect to Earth's surface. Just like Earth having the rotation period of 24 hours, you can remember it is a time period for 24 hours. Then Sun synchronous satellite. It is a near polar orbit whose altitude is such that a satellite will always pass over the location at given latitude. Here you can see this type of circular motion, and in the time period of the same local means same local solar time at the respective sun. Okay, this is the particular position of that particular. Here it is the 24 hours, and this is this particular you can see this here, that is the near polar orbit position. Okay, Then with the help of this, first we have to launch that particular satellite. You have to know the launching vehicle, which type of launching vehicle is used for that particular artificial satellite. That is the geochronous satellite launch vehicle is usually known as GSLV. You have to remember the short form, that is the GSLV operated by ISRO. It was developed to enable India to launch INSAT type of satellite, that is the geostationary orbit, and make India less dependent on foreign rocket, that is the GSLV, ground satellite launch vehicle. GSLV itself indicates that is on in the ground they have the prepare. Okay. Then polar satellite launch vehicle PSLV, developed and operated by ISRO. It was developed to allow to intend to launch satellite into sun synchronous orbit. Okay. Before we that, we have to know sun synchronous orbit and geostationary. Geostationary means it having the time period of 24 hours, and sun synchronous orbit means having with the help of solar, means this particular path. Okay, this is PSLV and it is GSLV, ground satellite launch vehicle, that is 24-hour timing, and PSLV is near about the polar area, that is the polar satellite launch vehicle. This is the basic of that particular which type of launch vehicle is used for the that operating of the that Indian remote sensing satellite or any other satellite, that is the PSLV or GSLV. Okay. Then IRS satellite series. First we know the, I have already told you the Bhaskara, that is the Bhaskar 1 and Bhaskar 2 in 1979. Indian Space Research Program have the technology application of the area, that is communication. I have already told you the purpose of our Indian remote sensing or any other remote sensing. You have to proper communication. Broadcasting means your TV or all, or meteorology means that is meteorology department, and remote sensing. Then the important milestone, that is the first Bhaskar 1 and Bhaskar 2 1979 experimental, which is carried for TV camera and micro. You have to remember the which satellite is used for which particular service, that is the we can see Bhaskar 1 and Bhaskar 2 for that particular area. Okay, which is used for TV cameras and microwave. Then another is for hydrology purpose, the agriculture purpose, IRS 1A and 1B, which is carried on live linear self scanning sensor, that is LIS 1 and LIS 2 and IRS P2. This is the sensor. You have already learned about the sensor, that is launched on PS 1994, that is known as PSLV, that is Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle. Okay. Then IRS 1C, these are the name you have to remember, IRS 1S, 1C, 1D, depending on that particular means for what purpose it has used, that is IRS 1C. Okay. IRS 1C launched on December 28, 1995, which is carrying improved sensors like LIS 3, Wi-Fi and pan camera. Okay. Details of series of platform are given in the following section, that is IRS P3, launch into sun synchronous orbits. I have already told you the sun synchronous and geostationary. Geostationary means 24 hours and sun synchronous means near polar. Okay, that is launch on PSLV DC on 23 1996. That is the from the Sriharikota. Okay, this is, you have to just remember in tabular form. I have explained again and again, that is the name and the launching date, and you have to remember that table, that which table is very important for this Indian remote sensing satellite series program to remember this. Okay, this is the details of IRS series of satellite, that is IRS 1A. This is the series 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D and P6, and this is the launching year. Okay, 1988, 1991, 1975, 1970, and then Cartosat 1 and Cartosat 2. This is the series and this is the year of launching that particular IRS satellite. Okay. Then satellite data receiving station, that is the where this particular means after the completion of that particular mission, that is the one section is that the satellite data receiving station, that is government organ, that is NRSA, which receive the station to the digital data from Landsat imagery or IRS series of data. That is this Landsat receive station starting functioning in 1980. That is situated in Shadnagar, 55 kilometers south of the Hyderabad. Okay. Okay, this is the you have to just remember the name, that is the where this particular satellite data receiving station is present. Okay. And this is the detail of that Indian remote sensing satellite. I have already told you the IRS 1A, 1B, 1C, and the year of launching. Yeah. Here you can see the basic image of that particular with the help of naked eye. Okay, this is the first. Okay, IRS 1 is the first indicative built sun synchronous polar orbiting satellite. That is the launch date March 17, 1998, and then altitude, then inclination period, and repetition, that is 22 days. You have to remember the altitude and repetition, and here is mission completed or not, not completed. Here you can see you have remember the which on which orbit this particular field, that is sun synchronous, or altitude or period. Okay, this is one in I have given you one table. In that you can see the details of that particular series of satellites. That is the in the form of your launching date, then orbit detail, and inclination, then period respectively. Okay, IRS-1B satellite, that is this is similar to 1A satellite in OSP, that is the except the launch date, altitude same. This is the same. Then imaging sensor carry list 1 and list 2. Okay, I have already told you this sensor you have to remember list 1 and list 2. Here in every different satellite there may be changes of the sensor list 1, this depending upon the use of that particular satellite. Okay, then third is IRS P1, that is the P series satellite launched on 20 September 1993 and in developed for polar launch vehicle due to failure of last stage of rocket satellite and rocket were plugged into sea. It is the not such as IRS P1. Okay, you have to remember, you can see the difference between IRS P1 and IRS P2. Okay, this is the P series of satellite. It is IRS IRS P1, P2, and 1C. Okay, IRS P1, P2. Then next IRS 1C satellite, that is altitude 817 km, repeated to 24 days. Least here, that is the increase in the number of sensor 3. That is one pan, then least 3 Wi-Fi. Then panochromatic camera and mission completed. Okay. Then IRS P3 satellite, launch date March 21, 1996. Then 87 kilometer altitude, inclination 99 degree, period in minute, repeated every day they have repeated, and it is number of center, that is 2. Wi-Fi as multi operating system, that is MOS, that is the and spectral band 0.62 to 0.68. Okay, then IRS-1D satellite, that is satellite is enter in elliptical orbit instead of circular after it was separate from the rocket. Due to this problem, there is a change in swath resolution according to orbit distance from the Earth center. Okay, there is a one change in the there is a change in the resolution. The launch date September 29, 1997. Crossing time 1040. Altitude 737. Okay, number of 3. Every time there is a change in the number of sensors, you have to just remember this center. Mostly list 3 is everyone is common, and Wi-Fi and family may be changing. Okay, and details of this is the table. You have just remember name, launch, sensor. In that you have to remember name, sensor, and resolution, and swatch and revisit day. You can remember this step. IRS 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D. This is launching day. You have to just remember sensor, then type, band. Okay, here you can see IRS 1A, 1 L1, L2, MS 4 bands, and revisited 22 days. Okay, 1B 23 and okay, sorry, 1B 22 and 1D 24. Okay, then IRS P6, that is October 2003. Wi-Fi list 3, list 4. Here in P6 there is increasing types of sensor, that is MS pan, MS pan. Okay, then bands 3, 1, 3 plus 1, 3, and spectral range near infrared, swath, GR infrared, speed, IR, GR, near infrared. Okay, resolution and swath, revisit. You can just remember the sensor and revisit day and resolution. 3 things is important for that remember. Okay, this is the table. Okay, IRS1 and IRS1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, and this is the IRS P6. Here there is increase in the sensor, Wi-Fi list 3 and list 4. Okay, Okay, this is then another adding, that is the Cartosat, that is the IRS P6 means resource sat, and IRS P4 means ocean sat. Ocean sat itself indicate the study of that particular ocean area. Okay, you can see then this is the launching year. Okay, Cartosat May 2000, P6, P4, 1D, 1C, 13. I have already told you this 4, and this is before that, that is P6, that is October 2006, and Cartosat means this is the, you have to just remember the name, that is the 1P, IRS P6, P4, 1D, 1C, 1B, 1A, and in that, that is the sensor and swath, or swath and resolution of that particular uh, uh, satellite. Okay, IRS P4. Okay, we have see 1A, 1B, 1C, and there is the IRS P4, that is the ocean side. Okay, RSP4 carries an, I have already told you, this is for the word itself. Remember, ocean set means the study of ocean or oceanology. That is the, it is carries an ocean color model, that is OCM, and multi-frequency scanning microscope radiation, that is MSMR, launching on 1999 May 26, and which having 8 narrow spectral bands operating in visible and near infrared bands with special resolution of 350 mm and swath 1500 km. It provides the highest spatial resolution compared to another other comparative satellite in the international area during this time frame. The MSMR, which its all-weather capability, is confirmed to have measurement at 4 frequencies, 6.6, 10.6, 18 and 26 gigahertz. Okay, this is mostly used for the oceanographic and meteorological fund. You have to remember the 8 narrow spectral bands and having the resolution 350 and swath 1500 kilometer. Then multi-frequency scanning microdiameter weather capability, that is the measurement of 4 frequency. Okay, you have to remember this 8 narrow spectral bands, then spatial resolution and swath, that is 1500 chemical, and 4 capability of is confirmed to have measurement of 4 frequencies, 6.6, 10.6, 18 and 26 gigahertz. That is, this is only used for the oceanological and oceanographic and meteorological parameters. Okay, then resource sat 1. Okay, resource sat 1 was launched by ISRO, that is polar satellite launch vehicle. This is the launching vehicle. I have already told there are two types, PSLV and GSLV. That is the polar satellite launch vehicle. PSLV means Sun Synchronous Satellite. Okay, from Satish Dhawan Space Research Center on carries 3 cameras on board, a multispectral high spatial resolution, namely LIS4, providing resolution 5.8 and swath of 23 km. It operates in the visible and near infrared spectral band at multispectral linear phase. Here you can see the launch by PSLV. You can just note down the points, that is the PSLV launch vehicle, PSLV C5, operated on means multi-factor spatial camera, that is LIS4 and LIS3, which is having resolution 5.8 and swath 23 km. And in second, that is multispectral linear imaging cell cam, that is LIS3, here LIS4 and LIS3, and which having resolution 23 km and swath of 141 km. It operates visible near infrared and short wave infrared spectral bands. You have to remember this particular small point. Then application, that is the for estimation of measure for estimation based on vegetation condition, flood risk zone, hydrogeomorphical map, locating underground water resource for drilling well, irrigation command area, land use and land cover mapping, that is Landsats, urban planning, forest survey, wetland mapping, environmental impact assessment, then mineral prospecting, coastal study. Different satellite having different except different use. For example, OceanSat, which is used for the oceanographic and meteorological studies. Then another resource stands for different resource. Okay, these are the different application of that particular area. This is the first lecture we have completed here. That is the IRS series of satellite. I have told you the series. That is, you have to remember the series of that 1C, 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, and mm, year of launching. Okay, this is the basic of Indian remote sensing satellite. Another is Spot, which is launched by France, and another is Viewbird, and other we can see one by one. That is the first lecture we have here finished. That is the satellite, that is Indian remote sensing satellite. In that we can learn basic what is satellite, which type of sensor or which type of bands is used in that particular area. Means, for that construction of that satellite, which vehicle is used, that is the PSLV or GSLV, depending upon the use of which type of use for which use for that particular. Okay. Okay.